Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game.
All right, I just had to let that finish because, it's a good quote, good saying, good story. All right, what's up, Declan and Kieran Louth? If Declan even watches, if he's listening, what up, Declan? I see you in the background, man. I see you. I got cameras in your house. All right, don't forget that. I really don't. Don't worry about it. That's privacy concerns. Anyways, how you guys doing today, man? Got a lot of stuff to talk about, as always. All right, welcome to the show. And we do have a battle going in our trivia, man. I want someone to finally somehow take down Finn Kaufman. This guy's a winner. All right, I mean, that's insane how often he wins. He doesn't even come to the show all the time because he's in a different state, has his own basketball practices, etc., etc. But he still just logs on just to kick the crap out of y'all in trivia. All right, that's something. But it's 11, I think, to 8 or something like that. Whatever that said back in the oncoming screen. All right, so Kieran has a chance to beat him. We will see again. Hey, bring your mom, dad, everyone into this. All right, Connor Rush, what's up? Wyatt's up. Oh, wait, is Wyatt sleeping at your house? We have a couple of Wyatts in our program. Which one is it? Again, the more famous of the two Wyatts now. Wyatt Ingalls has kind of stopped coming. I've noticed that. But we have had Wyatt, new kid last name, Stetka. All right, and goes by the name of Bramley because his brother is Billy and his other brother is Jesse. So they go by the trio of Wyatt, Billy, and Jesse, straight out of the Westerns, which is insane because their mom swears to God that she did not name them after those Western guys, and it was just a huge coincidence, which I still don't know if I believe that. Anyways, all right. One thing I want to talk about before everything else, I always have these mullings on my mind. 99% of the time, it's stuff that I think about 20 seconds before the show starts. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here, so I look up at my Muhammad Ali poster. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Then I look at a picture of myself in the newspaper. Then I start thinking about sports in general. And then these thoughts come to my head. And this latest thought came from our mascots that I want to have. I want to have a mascot, and I'm not sure. I've definitely mentioned this to some people before, but I want to mention it to you guys just in case I haven't. I want to have mascots, and I was thinking, what kind of human being would want to get into a mascot uniform? I can't imagine. That's the craziest thing ever. Who would want to be in that hot mask and or helmet or whatever you want to call it, right? Outfit, Halloween costume, and just do all this stuff. But then I started getting jealous of mascots in many, many ways. And I was like, yo, if you were a mascot, you get to be whatever you want to be. You get to be whoever you want to be. And you get to kind of open up in ways that life normally doesn't allow. And right now where we have that, sadly, is the YouTube comment section. They're called keyboard warriors. All right, people who are oh, I'll beat you up, dude. And then it pans out and you see them in their parents' basement, where I am. And they're the nerdiest looking little dude who couldn't beat up anybody. And he just feels he just needs to say that because he's hiding behind a keyboard, right? All right. But in a certain psychological sense, we all need that. And I talked a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week, about all the nicknames that all these famous people have had, right? And we have our Taz, right? And I told you guys, maybe even add a nickname if you can just act like someone else, because some of you guys are bringing your own personal personas onto the basketball court. Listen. You don't work on a basketball court. No sane individual has a place on a basketball court to try to win a game. Because if you were sane, you would realize it's a ball trying to go into a hole, and it's not really even worth the sweat off your brow. All right? It's definitely not worth making someone sad over it. Don't take away their joy. It's just the ball. And then even if you win a trophy, it's just a trophy. It's not that, it doesn't mean anything at all if you're a sane human being. But that's not what makes life fun. what makes life fun is like, sports, art, certain enjoyments, right? And like, look at art for example. It's just some blotches of painting everywhere. Yet we pay like $1 million for them, and we tell homeless people, "You can't eat, but I can get this painting." All right, because that's how much we value it. We value the art more than life, just because it makes us happy, right? So, in terms of that, like where I say that everything's fake, that's like actually like the most real stuff of all. Is the stuff that makes our heart pound, stuff that makes us like passionate about life. So to do well at this sport, you have to have two different personas. You have to be able to like put on that mascot mask where no one's gonna know who you are. Don't worry about it. They won't remember it. They have to separate the on-court you from the off-court you, because you don't look at freaking Tom Hanks like he's Forrest Gump when you see him in person. Or I can't even name a actor nowadays. Is Justin Bieber an actor? I have no clue who you guys know as actors. I don't even know if you guys watch movies or not. I have no clue what this generation is doing. Is it just TikTok videos? Either way. You wouldn't confuse an actor for their on-screen performance. So you shouldn't really confuse like Kevin Durant for who he is in real life. Because in real life he's extra petty. Anyways, so to win at a basketball game, that's kind of what you guys pay me for. All right, you have to be a little bipolar, a little weird, because there's a dichotomy. All right, and because you have to like reach for things, like honestly reach for things, like for reals, like try to grab things that are beyond your grasp. It's like try to jump and touch that star in the sky. Like what? No, you got to jump your highest, and then you jump, and you're like, no, they're like higher. And you're like, but I can't ever touch the star, and it's like, nah, you got to jump for it. And because even if you like do make the NBA, there's also higher. There's always higher, right? So you're reaching for this unreachable thing, and you have to do it to the best of your ability. So that's hard. All right. So again, you have to be a kind of a crazy psychopath. You have to see it one way, then not the other way. All right. But you also have to balance between winning and bettering yourself. Because to win, it's already figured out. Just get the best team and play in the appropriate division. You win. But that doesn't make you better, because you want to win in the end. So it's like, oh man, I want to win, therefore I should lose? Wait, I want to win now, therefore I lose? What? Like, you can't just have it both ways, and it's like, it sucks unless you're just born that way, in which case you kind of lost because you can't ever prove anyone that you did everything. So it's kind of weird. And again, it's a dichotomy. It's two different ways. There's also trophies versus results. If you end up getting a trophy, that means that like either you tried very hard and you improved, or that you weren't in a high enough division to get to your highest potential. And it's like, dang, is there any winning at this? And the winning it's all about the results 20 years from now. So you can't look at like now. So that kind of sucks too. It's like, wait, now versus later. All right. So it's this huge thing, and everyone, many people say the answer to it is to find a balance. Find a balance. Find a balance. Well, I don't know if you know, but if it's between this and this, the balance is this. And that's called being average. That's called being lukewarm. It's called being a jack of all trades. It's not anything that's very appealing. I mean, even in the Bible, it says, I will spew the lukewarm people from my mouth. Like, meaning like, if you're average, screw you. Words of God, not words from me. Sorry. But yes, maybe the average isn't good enough either, because it's too easy to just be average. Is that what you were born to be, is just to be average? So it's a really hard predicament that we've placed ourselves in, but it's one that I enjoy in life, and I love to try to see trying to figure it out every step along the way. But I think for you guys, it's just whatever makes you happiest. And if you're the type to only be happy with what's happening today, then so be it. If you'll be happy with what happens in 15 years, you are special, you are different, and you will set your life up for greatness. But it's just who you happen to be. Whatever you happen to like, whatever your mind is able to encapsulate, that's who you happen to be. All right. She did subconsciously. I don't know what we're talking about now. The Western came to her in a dream. NAB mascots make like $60,000 a year. Ben Kaufman, are you sneaking? He's always sneaking. Not all mascots make that much money a year. Just the top ones do. All right, but still, it takes a special human being to be a mascot. All right, Mr. Sanders, why did you kick Rohit off practice? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. I'll actually ask you this tonight, so you can think about it. All right, I will simulate what he was doing because I don't think that you saw it all. But I would love to know what you would have done, Connor Rush, and what you would have me to do. Those are the two questions. In that situation, what would you do and what would you have me do? All right, because it's a pretty hard situation. All right, and you must always look at it how I see it, though. That's the hard part. All right, the way that I see it isn't like I'm working out Connor Rush and Kiernan Louth and Rohit Daz. It's not like I'm working out those people. In my mind, I treat you guys like you're Kobe Bryant. So if I were working out Kobe Bryant and someone was just jacking around and not taking it seriously, what would I do? What would Kobe expect me to do for him? That's the way that I see it. And if you say that I shouldn't see it that way, my apologies to the chef. All right? It's like maybe I should treat you guys like you're little kids. Because honestly, you guys have never seen me coach 3 to 5 year olds. When the 3 to 5 year olds act like that, I'm the nicest guy in the world. I start doing it with them. It's funny. I'm like, let's throw the ball off the wall. I don't care. It's just fun. But then, when I have someone like Finley Chastain in my program, I feel indebted. I really do. And I have to make practice as tough for them as possible because they have dreams. Do the other people have dreams? The ones just joking around and jacking around? Yeah, but their dreams are easy to capture. Very, very easy. And no matter how I act, they're going to get their dream of playing 1 second in high school or whatever their dream may be. So that's why he got kicked out of practice, because of you and because of Kiernan. I've been in private sessions with Rohit where he's acted like that, and I don't get mad at him at all. He's not kicked out of the private session because he's not bothering anyone else. He's not slowing anyone else down. So I just don't need him to slow you guys down. All right, let's move on. We got some stuff to talk about. What is it to talk about today? Let's see, what do I have here? Do I have it? All right, there we go. The challenge of the day. The challenge of the day for 11th graders is to continue with day 85, I love saying this word, of 100 of the Priya challenge. All right, continue with day 85 of 100 of the Priya challenge, which is 5 sets of Lana's moves, Kobe post, elbow sweeps, and double bounce. 50 push-ups, 25 knee jumps, 5 minutes of guys drills, and make 10 free throws, sprints for misses. Never give up. And again, we had 2 Russians that did this. It was Zach Pomazanov and Edward Dorenkin. They were the 2 that did this workout over a 100-day course of time. They got wildly better during that time. So this is your chance to be like them. All right. What's poppin', Noah Masseth? All right, and then 12th grade, you have an easy one because this is obviously graduation week. So I set that up within the whole book. It's set up. This is graduation week. You 12th graders don't have to move. Just study up on our pick and roll options, then take the quiz to see if you can get 100%. Again, these books are deep, man. They're deep. I got everything accounted for, okay? So that's what you're supposed to be doing if you're a 12th grader. The 11th graders are killing themselves right now doing the Priya Brajavani challenge. You're on day 85, only 15 more days to go. But the 12th graders, just take the pick and roll quiz. All right, man, to make sure that you guys know all those pick and roll steps. The pick and roll quiz can be found on our challenge section or in our school section right there, and then you guys can see it like that. Other things that we're talking about are, let's see, where am I? Is that it? No, I had some other things. What were the other things real quick? I had because of graduation, we have to take a day off tomorrow. All right, so no practice this upcoming Tuesday. All right, there are no schools, no gyms for us to practice at. So make sure you guys work and do something on your own. And then this Friday, we are doing the Dave Hopla shooting clinic. I had a picture of Dave Hopla up. All right, let me show you the picture real quick. Let's see, Hopla. Where's my Hopla picture so you guys can see him? Because he's getting pretty old. He's getting pretty old. He's getting up there, but he's still a legend, man. He's still a legend, and he's here. So here's Dave Hopla. That's Dave. He used to work with Ray Allen. Has practiced with Jordan and stuff like that. All right, and this guy. I mean, both these guys are GOATs. All right, trust me on this one. All right, both these guys are GOATs. All right, when you see Dave Hopla shoot, you'll want to be like him. All right, you will want to be amazing just like this guy. All right, and the cool part of it is, unlike the guy on the left right here, Michael Jordan, this guy on the right does not have a 48-inch vertical. This guy on the right is just a regular dude. He wasn't even good in high school. He didn't make his team till his junior year. This guy on the right just played JUCO. He didn't start shooting like prolifically until his sophomore year in college. That was when he was like, let me get better at shooting. And it shows you that it's never too late. But for you guys, it's still not too late. And if you guys get on his kick early, man, you can be amazing, because there's always room for a shooter on a team. There's always room for a guy who can't miss a shot on a team. And it's possible to not miss a shot. But it does take dedication. He says that the number one way that you can do that is to track your shots. All right. So show up to the Dave Hopla shooting clinic on Friday to be inspired beyond measure. This might be one of his last times ever in Colorado. He might retire after this year. So it's a huge deal, because I think for like 30 years, you've had people have been talking about Dave Hopla and have like experienced his camps and things like that. You will be the last people to have a chance. Your kids will not have a chance to experience him. All right. You will have the chance. All right. So anyways, there's that. Moving on. We got our quote of the day. Quote of the day is, impossibles are possible. All right. But of course, in this picture, I'm is falling down to the ground. I don't know what that means. I've seen I'm possible t-shirts, so like the I'm part, screw the I'm, I guess. Maybe it means it's like a team sport or something like that. But yes, impossibilities are possible. Everything that's listed as impossible is just from a guy who doesn't have enough creative mentality to understand that you can achieve basically anything in life. All right? It's a very small-minded approach. It's like the caveman seeing fire for the first time, and they're like, that's impossible. Impossible means that you're ignorant about stuff. If you think something's impossible, it just means that you're ignorant. All right? I even take that as far as like religion. Like, no one knows the answer, but to say that like it's not possible that there's like a God out there, I'm like, it's kind of silly. To say that there's not possible that there can't be a God is also silly too. It's like, dude, anything's possible. Our minds are so small, especially compared to where they were like 500,000 years ago. Our minds are getting bigger, right? Like huge, enormous compared to 1,000 years ago, right? But the stuff that we're going to be learning 1,000 years from now will probably dwarf us as well, because every single generation has thought to themselves at some point in time, we're as smart as we're ever going to be. We are so smart, right? So chances are we're the same way. So with that said, all your little fantasies about like what you think that you may know may be wrong. So when you hear someone say, well, no one's ever been 5'1" in the NBA, it's because it just hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Dude, see it. It's going to happen. Oh my God. Like, everything's possible. Especially that. It's not like I said it's going to be a 4-foot person doing a backflip in a game and then dunking it. But even that, I don't know. I wouldn't put it like beyond the future of that happening. All right. So any impossibilities are possible. Have that in your mind. Think about that every single day and realize that it takes the positive thought to push beyond the impossibilities, though. You need to believe it yourself to have a chance. Because anyone who's ever achieved those goals, if you ask them beforehand, did you think that you could do it? I mean, they're not going to be like, nope, I thought I wasn't going to do it at all. I thought I had zero chance. And all of a sudden, I'm in the NBA. What do you know? I know. It's always like, I believed in myself. Like almost every single time, it's I believed in myself 100%. And I went after it. All right, so at least start with that point, even though you may fail. At least start with that point to give yourself a chance. Shooter position is dangerous because if you're cold, then you have no use. It is dangerous. You do want to be more, but it does put you on the team. All right, so it gives you a chance. All you need is a chance sometimes, so at least be a shooter. All right, elementary workouts. We got clockwork passing drill. This is the stuff that we're not doing since we're not practicing tomorrow. So, this stuff this stuff is supposed to be for Thursday. So you will have this stuff: clockwork passing, zone cutting, ball and hold drill, jump ball positioning. Taking the last shot, post entry plus kick out. This is stuff that we don't do in games too. Post entry plus the kick out. We practice this, so let's practice it some more. Try to recall it for the games. Jump ball positioning. We finally gotten better at that. Taking the last shot, we need to get better at that. Especially my adult league team last night took the shot too early, man. And we got up by 2, and we gave them 5 seconds to score. Then we help off, and then they shoot a 3 to beat us. I'm like, dude, really? Just give me the ball. It was tied. We should be taking the last shot. Jason Gordon. Last shot, dog. Anyways. All right. Oh, yeah, I wasn't looking at the camera. Sorry. Jason Gordon. Last shot, dog. There you go. That's a lot better. All right. And then we also have the ball and hold drill. We're getting a lot better at that. That's helping us out in games. That's why we're staying closer. All right. Remember, if you remember at the beginning of the season, they were all blowouts by like a lot. We haven't added any to our roster, and now the games are a lot closer. Think about it. All right, zone cutting. Our biggest need to stop forgetting that stuff. You have the easiest job on the inside, but we need to actually do it. I think that they're afraid of the ball, so get better at that. Clockwork passing, same exact thing. Making passes to the wing, to the post. All right, cutting through, closing out. We work on all this stuff, stepping to the ball. All right, in one drill, we work on all that stuff. High school stuff that we did last week, horseshoe shooting. We can do better coming off curls. 180 poly for shots. We actually know that. We're decent at that in games. Pick and roll defense that could get a lot better. Point guard advance the ball ahead. We're still not good at that. Under 15 seconds up by 4+ points. And deflections. We need to get in the passing lanes. All right. I'm done. What does done mean? With the workouts? All right, stuff that we aren't doing for tomorrow, and this stuff that you should practice on your own. We got tip drill. That's a good stamina workout, but also a good timing workout for rebounds. 1-on-1 wing plus 1-on-1 rebound. Dang it, I love that drill because it makes you guys hit each other. So just make sure you guys are hitting during games. All right, not in help equals points. Zone 1 or 2 guard front. We talk about that a lot. 16+ seconds up by 4+ points. How you break the press with no turnovers to secure the win. Then offensive rebound tips. If you get your hand on any ball, it's great. I constantly tell people during the games, my team and the other team and the guy guarding me, that no one can stop me rebounding. I don't actually believe that, but during the game I absolutely do, and I get so many rebounds. I don't know. I just feel like I want every single one, and I want to be greedy. And I want every single rebound. If I go for every single one, it just wears them down. All right? And I get so many offensive rebounds, and I secure a lot of defense rebounds. All right? Just tip the ball. Just get anywhere part of it. And like I said about shooters, anyone who's getting rebounds is on a team. But unlike shooters, like Connor brought up, shooters can have off days. Rebounders, not really. You can't really have an off day rebounding. I mean, sometimes the ball does go off people's hands like stupid, but yes. All right, rebound. All right, let's get to our story of the day. Then we have trivia. We'll check our homework, and then the picture of the day. All right, well, real quick, the picture of the day. What is it? It's the Warriors' legacy. I see you, Steph. I see you too, baby. You killing it, dog. Yes. Steph Curry back at it, man. Looking pretty darn good. Man, I don't know how far that they can take this, but it is pretty exciting. And does this lift him up above Kevin Durant? Does this lift him up above LeBron James? And I think that the answer is this. It's threefold. If you look at it legacy-wise, LeBron James is above them all because of his accolades and his overall skill set. Then I think it goes Steph Curry because of his wins. And then it goes KD. But then if you look at it in terms of like how good they are, you would say LeBron, then KD, then Steph Curry, just because KD, he can do more on the court. He's huge. But if you look at it in terms of like, okay, to win a game, it takes grit. To win a game, it takes like leadership ability. To win a game, it takes to like, suck it up to your owner to make sure he gets you the best players. if you don't count any of that stuff, and you say, okay, it doesn't matter who they had on their team, it doesn't matter how tall they are, how big they are, it just matters skill-wise, who's the best player, I would say it's KD first, then Steph Curry, then LeBron James isn't in the top 50 in terms of like talented players. But size does matter. Who you have on your team does matter. And in terms of that, Steph Curry has had like some of the best role players of all time. And LeBron has had to like go to different teams to create that. This guy has kept them there because Klay Thompson on any other team by himself as like a guy may not be a Hall of Famer at all, let alone like an all-star even. But he's on the right team. Same with Draymond Green. So it's like a perfect storm for this guy. But we know Steph Curry, he's amazing. But is he as great as Damian Lillard? We would never know because Dame has never had that team. So it's a weird thing. But him winning is a great stake. And he's always going to be the greatest shooter of all time. But how high will he be in the greatest of all time? He's always limited because of his height, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. He's up there, man. Sky high. All right. Let's check the story of the day real quick, and we'll finish with the trivia. No, let's go with the trivia first. Trivia question for the day is, all right, let's click on the random button real quick. All right, and then I will ask a trivia question from the top of my head today. All right. So, oh man, that is a good one. Oh man. All right. Here's a very easy trivia question for you. All right. The NBA is the big league in America. It's the huge league in America, okay? But right before they were just the NBA, just before the last time that they merged with someone, what league did they merge with? The NBA merged with what league? What was the last league that the NBA merged with? They actually did merge several times back in the day, like with the NBL and things like that. But what was the last league that the NBA merged with? I'm looking for some acronyms, any kind of acronyms that you guys got. John, no KD, he had to leave to win a ring. Yeah, that counts in his legacy. You're right, it counts against him in the legacy. I do believe that. All right, what was the last league that the NBA merged with? That's the question. That is the question. And National Basketball League? No. The last league. The most recent league. There it goes. Alina Wong with the answer. And it's the ABA. It is the ABA. That was the league that they merged with back in the 70s. Great job with that. Alina Wong with is that the first point that you've had all month long? That counts though. That counts. That's something. All right. Anyways, last thing is our story of the day. Real quick.
If you set a goal for yourself and are able to achieve it, you've won your race. Your goal can be to come in first, to improve upon a previous performance, or just to finish the race. It's up to you.
All right, so what are your goals? Your goals can be anything on earth. It could be to finish the race, to run the race, to be the best of the race. It's whatever you want it to be, but you have to see it as your race. All right, because that's all that matters. Yes, the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company. We all know that acronym. All right, but yes, so it's whatever your race happens to be, and you guys are gonna have different races because of your height, because of your genetics, because of like your situation in life, whatever it may be. All right, but in terms of like your race, how are you guys doing it on this one? Roey Dawes posting again, still posting. Got kicked out of practice and still posting. All right, that's a good thing. Escape dribble. Working on stuff for next time. I saw Gavin and Noah's and Taz's workout. I saw you guys. Great job with the whole workout. I like that. Sleepovers making the best of it. Derek Valdez doing his stuff. I like it, man. Keep on working, keep on working, keep on working. Again, guys, focus on what are your goals in life. All right, and remember those goals and then constantly pursue those goals every single day. All right, don't lay off those goals. Continue to go every single day. Don't forget that our quote of the day is impossibilities are possible. I know that doesn't make sense grammatically. I know it doesn't make sense definition-wise. If you read the dictionary, you're right. But literally in real life, so many things that were deemed as impossible have turned out to be very, very possible, with caveats and things like that. But like, with time. But yes, they're possible. All right, so stop saying things are impossible. That should just like not be even be allowed. All right, that's all we have. John, no, I have video posting. You have video posting? Then post it, baby. Post it. Anyways, I will see y'all later. Take care. Peace. Blessings be upon you and the entire world. And whatever the Vulcan saying was, live long and prosper. All right, see you guys.